today. It's Madden NFL football. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans versus Jalen Hurts and the Denver Broncos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Broncos.
Hurts. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, we got tight right.
Now Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 31.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
49, go,
Now a handoff here to his running back.
check.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And
oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Let's get off the field.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Drop deep, check 26, check.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. From the 30 on second down, Watson going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
4-yard line.
Seven, our score after 1.
We're tied 7-7.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
31. Switch up. Hey, alert 3.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
KJ Hamler returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, check.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st down, Broncos.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
By number 21.
There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Denver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
41 Mike. Let's go. 19 Mike. 41's the mic. Check, check, check.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Hurts pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Texans 14, Broncos 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 55 is mine, guys. 55.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and now it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works, and that incomplete.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Right over there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10. at their own 30.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game.
Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's up and good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own
Denver's offense ready to go again. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
41's coming. 41's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They had the
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 78 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Houston set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Steps away to his left. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's second down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
We got four. Slam. Shift. Watch the shift.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
Makes the score Texans 28.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
I know he ain't got it.
On 2nd and 12, Watson gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee.
Watson's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, man.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Returning it, here's Hamler. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you...
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 28. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Ross Blacklock. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And that is incomplete.
Hurts pass intended for KJ.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
The 24-yard line.
You got nothing. Mike 50, Mike.
Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Check, 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 check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Down, Denver.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts being chased out left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter. Picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Watson and the Texans now. Down by 12. A minute 55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Slam. Hey, check that. Street. Lion. Check it out, Reed. Kill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Hurts.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, The quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.